Hi, this is Lane, and today we're back at the Congress Theater backstage with Mike Watt, and just took a couple of minutes to get a little footage on the stage, and now we're just going to hang back here, and at least you know who's who. The important guys over there.
Hi. I'm from Pedro. I'm in Chicago, but I was actually conceived here, so it's kind of a righteous gig for me.
Cool. Hey, here's Chris. Chris, come on in the camera. It's all right.
Yeah, here's Chris. Now, he's a righteous man. He works with me, and we help bring bass to Stooges. Sometimes, no matter how hard I'm trying to be white, you can't tell because, you know what I mean? I'm going through this.
Yeah, I totally get you. And, you know, again, this comes up in the forum all the time, that all of us that endorse the Edens are there because we know how important it is to the total package. You know, and there are guys that go the other way where they're buying gear because they want to create some artificial sound. You know what I mean? And yet with the Eden, everyone that I talk to, it's all about getting my own heart out there.
That's right.
You know?
Basically, that's the fundamental mission. We got to get these machines to laugh and cry. Now, which ones have got, you know, the fabric to allow that, you know? I think David Eden, his background where he came from, he wasn't pigeonholing it. He let the freak flag fly, and it was all about, you know, being some kind of canvas for the cat to get his paint up on. You know, but without less constricted kind of thing or some preconceived point of view.
There you go.
And then you get to bring the persona. And so an Eden amp, for me, with 100 bass players can sound 100 different ways. Because you're there in the moment, you know, and something that's there for you in the moment, it's truly something to be grateful for, you know. And that's why, since early 90s, you know, I told you I have a white label. 210.
Man.
Okay?
That's bad.
240. I'm right from the beginning. And I stumbled onto it. There's no hype. You know, I just stumbled onto this little store in Santa Cruz. I can't remember its name, but I was on tour with Fire Hose. And I just thought, well, let's see what this sounds like. Because I was using 15s. I can't even remember the name, Energy or something. They were these little, they had they're small, so old man punk, you know, you like small. But they had like Formica covered on it.
Oh, wow.
They were trippy things. And but these guys were small. And so I would give them a shot. So I played right in the store like that. And I couldn't believe how I could get my finger to thump them things like that. And it wasn't going through like, you know, 3-week-old skivvies, you know, 2 miles of country road. You know, I could get the finger to almost come right out of the thing. Okay, and then I got turned on to the amp because I actually used the boxes first. The boxes were righteous, and he had the VT40. And it had a passive EQ, but I was running EMGs in my Telecaster, so I could get pretty some edge that way on it. But man, if you look at that first 210 box, and now, you know, the new guys, what are they, XLTs?
Well, the XLTs and then the XSTs later,
I've never used those yet. With the two vents, huh?
Well, no, the XST has a single row of vents.
Okay. Which one's the one that had a row on top and bottom?
That's your XLTs. That's your XLTs. Okay. You run them sideways, though. You got your vents on the side.
Oh, 410s. Though.
Yeah, the 410s.
Yeah, but there was a 210 with 2 vents.
Yeah, that's the XLT.
Okay.
That's the XLT.
But my 210s only have 1 vent.
Yeah, that was the original 210T. Man, oh man. So
and
you
not plastic handles. They were metal fold-outs.
And they were the flip-outs, right?
Yeah. And the label wasn't gold. It was white. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I really got into the Fortans when those babies came.
Oh,
because
yeah.
they weren't even around yet. And they, I don't know, man. I really dig them. And
yeah.
man, I take them to town. I mean, you know,
yeah, you do.
71 tours, 71 gigs, 73 days, 56 in a row. And I'm working that thing hard every night, every night. To all kinds of different pads, all different situations.
Yeah.
And you know, if you go back to vaudeville, it's work the room, huh?
Yeah.
You can't come in there and try to, you know, bring the world to me. You go to the world and you have to work the room. And there's all kinds of different situations. So to have something flexible enough where you can do that.
Yeah.
And now with Stooges, look at these. These are like theaters, you know, huge ass. The roof, almost worst case scenario for the bass. You know, outside on a festival situation.
Festival stages, sure.
So to have one rig for all them scenarios that can come up on you, man. That's a lesson. David Eden.
I am so there with you, man. That's cool.
Okay,
Chris, how about you? Just real quick. You know, you've had a little bit of experience with these amps now. How are you feeling about them? They doing it right for you?
Versatility. You guys were just talking about. It's like there are amps that do what they do. There are certain amps that sound the way those amps sound, and you get those amps because you want that sound. But then you get an amp that does whatever you want it to do. It doesn't have to be that sound. You know what I mean? You can do any kind of sound you want. You can get deep, fat, loud, farty if you want it. You can get clean, crisp, funk. You can get super tight. You can get super loose. You know what I mean? Some amps do A, some amps do A through Z. Cool. Do whatever you want them to do. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's how these are. You know what I mean? I feel like he said, different rooms, different floors, carpet, wood. You know, huge domes.
Hollow decks.
Just so many different situations that you put yourself in as far as stage, big stage, tight stage, small club, outdoor festivals. All you gotta do is tweak it out a little bit. Spend a few seconds pounding it out, twisting the knobs. You can do whatever you want. Some amps, you can twist the knobs all you want, and you're gonna get what it does. That's what it's supposed to. It just sounds like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
No matter what the room have. And sometimes that really hurts because you don't have that versatility to make up for the stage, for the room, for, you know, whatever. You kind of get screwed sometimes.
You know?
But this is very versatile stuff.
Sometimes your sets,
the knobs do what they're supposed to do. You move them, they react.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They actually dynamic
do something.
too. I will say, because you know, some sets are hills and valleys.
Yeah.
And you're not always thumping the hell. Yeah. And you want to go soft. You want to translate
and it reacts.
But soft don't mean, you know,
wimpy,
tepid, tippy tap.
Yeah. It reacts
still,
to cranking on it. It reacts to subtleties.
Little feathers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's change gears for a minute and stop talking all about gear. How's the tour going? You having fun?
Amazing.
Mind blowing.
Yeah?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's intense.
What have you done, about 4 or 5 dates now?
No.
So far,
Six.
DC, Boston, New York, Philly, Detroit. Chicago's number 6.
Okay,
Today will be
cool.
number 6 of 13.
You pretty much dialed in by now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the first few shows were experimental, you know, new equipment, new with the band, you know.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're doing theater gigs. I mean, for the past 3.5 years since they reunited, it's been back and forth to Europe, Japan, Australia, big festival gigs, 20,000, 80,000 people. This is 2,000 to 5,000 people, club gigs. It's totally different, you know what I mean? So you gotta, you know, and like back to versatility, you're able to do that. And so we've got it dialed in. I think we're doing really well. You get to, you know, get to the sound check portion of the day and it's just where you need it to be. And just a couple minor tweakages for the room. And
you guys we ought to probably let you go and we'll have some fun, man. Bro.